Welcome to Just Paw Facts, the channel where animals are cute, weird, and sometimes smarter than us. Today we're turning off the lights and peeking into the shadows. Why? Because the night is full of animals that aren't scary at all. They're adorable. We're talking big eyes, tiny paws, and enough awe factor to keep you awake, way past bedtime. These are 5 nocturnal animals so cute, you'll wish you had night vision goggles just to follow them around. Grab a blanket, a flashlight, and maybe some cookies because we're about to meet the most precious party animals of the night. First up is the slow loris, a primate so small and round it looks like a stuffed toy that came to life. They live in the forests of Southeast Asia, places like Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. They spend their nights creeping slowly along branches, moving at the speed of a dramatic soap opera pause. The slow loris is about the size of a squirrel, but with those giant saucer eyes that make them look permanently surprised. Those eyes aren't just for show. They're designed for seeing in the dark, helping them spot tasty insects, fruit, tree gum, and even small birds while the rest of the forest sleeps. But here's their big secret. Slow lorises are one of the very few venomous mammals on Earth. They've got a gland near their elbows that produces a toxin. When threatened, they raise their arms, lick the gland, and out oozes venomous spit. If they bite, the mix can cause swelling, pain, and even allergic reactions. It's like nature decided to give the cutest animal an "Are you sure you want to mess with me?" button. And although they look like living plushies, they're important members of their ecosystems. By eating insects and helping spread seeds, they keep the jungle balanced. So next time you see a picture of a slow loris, remember, it's a cuddle-sized forest guardian with a built-in self-defense system. Now let's take flight with the sugar glider, the tiny marsupial daredevil of Australia, New Guinea, and nearby islands. Imagine if Batman were 2 ounces, covered in fur, and obsessed with nectar. That's a sugar glider. They get their name from 2 things. 1, they adore sweet foods like sap and nectar. And 2, they can glide through the air. How? They have a stretchy flap of skin called a patagium that runs from their wrists to their ankles. When they leap from a tree, that skin stretches out like a furry parachute, letting them soar up to 150 feet. That's longer than half a football field. Sugar gliders are incredibly social. In the wild, they live in colonies of up to 10 or more, all snuggling together in tree hollows during the day like one giant fuzzy blanket. At night, they head out together, calling to each other with high-pitched barks and chirps. It's like living in a treehouse where the sleepover never ends. And get this, they're marsupials, which means the mothers carry their babies, called joeys, in little pouches, just like kangaroos. Imagine peeking into a pouch and seeing a tiny, hairless jelly bean that will grow into a gliding squirrel look-alike. Cute, right? But sugar gliders aren't just adorable stunt performers. They're also pollinators. When they stick their little noses in flowers for nectar, they end up carrying pollen to other plants, helping the forest grow. They're like fuzzy nighttime gardeners with built-in wings. Third on our list, the hedgehog. These little spiky wanderers are native to Europe, Asia, and Africa, and they've been around for millions of years. Fossils show that hedgehogs have looked about the same for over 15 million years. When you've perfected the adorable but armored look, why change it? At night, hedgehogs shuffle around sniffing out beetles, caterpillars, earthworms, and even the occasional frog. They've got an amazing sense of smell and hearing, which helps them find dinner in the dark. But don't let their slow, bumbling walk fool you. Hedgehogs can cover up to 2 miles in a single night. That's like walking across your entire town with tiny legs no bigger than your thumb. When threatened, they roll into a tight ball, raising their 5,000 to 7,000 spines outward like a medieval knight in full armor. Most predators see that and think, nope, not worth the dental bill. But here's the weirdest thing they do, self-anointing. When a hedgehog finds a new smell, like a frog, a piece of fruit, or even a shoe, it'll lick it, foam at the mouth, and smear the froth all over its spines. Scientists still aren't sure why. Maybe it's camouflage, maybe it's a way to taste test new foods, or maybe hedgehogs are just into really weird spa treatments. Either way, hedgehogs are the perfect mix of tough and tender. By night, they're little insect-eating machines. By day, they're rolled-up fuzzy pincushions. Next is the pygmy possum, a creature so tiny you might mistake it for a mouse. If mice were designed by a team of animators who specialize in making things unbearably cute, pygmy possums live in Australia and are so small they can fit in the palm of your hand. Most weigh less than half an ounce. Despite their size, they play a big role in their ecosystems. They feed on nectar, pollen, and insects, making them important pollinators for plants like eucalyptus and banksia. Basically, they're night shift workers in the plant world, carrying pollen as they bounce from flower to flower. But life isn't easy when you're fun-sized. To survive in tough conditions, pygmy possums can go into torpor, a temporary hibernation-like state where they lower their body temperature and metabolism to save energy. Sometimes they'll stay curled up for days until food is easier to find. Imagine taking a nap so powerful, you wake up thinner and more energy efficient. And because they're nocturnal, their giant eyes shine under moonlight, making them look like tiny, glowing-eyed fairies. Pygmy possums are rare and hard to spot in the wild, but once you see one, you'll never forget it. They're proof that good things really do come in small, whiskered packages. Finally, we meet the Fennec Fox, the poster child for adorable but practical design. These little foxes live in the Sahara Desert of North Africa, where the sun is hotter than your car seat in July. To survive, Fennec foxes come out at night when the air is cooler. And those ears, oh, those giant ears, they can be up to 6 inches long, which is about 1/3 of their body length. The ears act like heat radiators, releasing extra body heat so they don't overheat. They also give the fox super hearing. A Fennec fox can hear insects and rodents moving under the sand. That's like you hearing a potato chip bag open 3 houses away. Fennec foxes are the smallest foxes in the world, weighing only about 3 pounds, but they live in complex family groups. They dig burrows in the sand, which can stretch over 30 feet with multiple rooms and entrances. Basically, they're tiny architects with built-in desert condos. At night, they hunt insects, lizards, birds, and plants, all while looking like the cutest stuffed animals ever made. And their pups? Imagine a baby fox the size of a teacup, with ears so big they look like they'll topple over. That's a Fennec Fox pup. Try not to melt. So there you have it, 5 nocturnal animals that prove the night isn't scary at all. From the venomous yet adorable slow loris, to the skydiving sugar glider, the spiky but sweet hedgehog, the fairy-sized pygmy possum, and the desert's ear-tacular Fennec Fox. Each one is proof that cuteness doesn't have a bedtime. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I'm Team Fennec Fox. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another midnight adventure with just paw facts. Until next time, sleep tight and keep an eye out for the world's cutest night crew.